What is good, people? Welcome back to another video. Now, today's video, it's not good news, people. I'm just going to show you. I'm not even going to say anything. Yeah. Whole side of the car has been demolished. Some van spun round, took out the side of the car. Look at the state of that, people. Oh my god. Big dent there. It's going to want both doors and mouldings. Side of the door scratched. It smacked the wing mirror in, so I don't know if that's damaged. I remember it snapping in. I don't think anything else is damaged, but oh, people, I didn't need this. Why? I was so close from home. So a bit of context, I was in London today to do a quick wrap job, and it takes 2 hours 20 minutes, and I'm literally about 15 minutes from home, and this happened. Do you know when this happens, you can't see the light at the end of the tunnel, but I know this car will be back to normal soon. It's just proper crap, because not long ago I've reversed and hit my girlfriend's car and I've cracked the rear bumper. But I ain't cracked it, I've cracked all the paint, and it's just another setback now, one that I didn't need. And oh, honestly, this is the honestly, people, I don't actually know what to do now with a lot of things. I'm gonna go home. I'm a little bit shook up, so I'm gonna go home, relax a bit, and I'll talk to you guys in a minute. Okay, so we've had plenty of time, days, weeks to mull this all over about this damage of the car. So what I've done now is I've cleaned it up. I cleaned up a while ago, and granted, it did look a lot worse than it actually is. I kind of feel bad for overreacting, but regardless of what damages happen to the car, if you're a car guy, it's a lot worse than it naturally is normally, because if you understand how much time and effort I've actually spent on this car, it's been 2 years of work, 20 odd episodes of Project One, and for it to happen like that is heart destroying. Of course it is. I've had a time to think about everything. We're just going to be talking about how much it's cost, what damage is there, what needs doing, how much did the damage cost to fix the other car, what happened. First, my car. So now it's all cleaned up. It does look a little bit better. Obviously, as you can see now, there's a massive dent here, which it's not really going to be advisable to fix because it's now creased in an area where it's not easy to get the dent out. We're probably going to need a new handle and door lock, but what I might do is, if I do go through the hassle of that, I may as well just get a rear handle and just delete the lock. There's obviously a scratch here which it might polish out, I'm not sure. Obviously all this is damaged at the side, and then the paint's coming off at the bottom. That's the damage on the front door. The wing mirror just got smashed into it like that. I think that's okay. That might just be all the damage that is there. So that's that. On the back, there's a couple more scratches. Obviously the trim fell off. I've still got it, so I'm going to try and salvage that. And then we've got all this damage at the bottom now. Like I said, the car will probably polish out and the dent will come out, but it's probably advisable to get 2 doors. I had a quote from my workplace, which I'm definitely not going for because this was way too expensive. They're saying $650 to do the whole side of the door, and that's staff rate, so I'm going to leave that. I'm probably going to get a quote off someone else. I don't know how I'm going to go about it because I'm still yet to think about it. The car still runs, the car still drives. It's not an MOT fail or anything like that, because all it is just a dent in the door. It's just cosmetic. It's not structural. The car's not got a split in it. It's not, you know, it's not bad. Do I put 2 doors on and send it? Do I get the whole side of the car painted? I don't know. The other car, I'm going to put a picture now because I started recording as soon as I parked up and got out of the car. So at this point I was extremely angry, very, very angry, as you can imagine. Now, what I didn't realise is it was actually my fault. Unbeknownst to me, it was actually my fault. I will hold my hands up and I'll admit when I'm wrong. It was all my fault. There's no other ifs, buts or maybes. The only excuse I guess I've got to have is I genuinely didn't know that the lane I was in was not the lane to continue to go forward. So if we dive back to the point of the crash, so there's 3 lanes. So we'll just do, for example, there's now 2 lanes. I'm trying to go straight ahead on the roundabout, and the van on the left wants to go round. Now, I didn't know, this is probably one of very few roundabouts where if you're in the second lane, you can't go straight forward. You have to go round, which I didn't know that. Again, that's my fault for not looking at the road signs. I was quite new to the area and we'd not long moved, so it is what it is. It's my fault. So I've gone to pull ahead forward. The van's raced off with me, so we're now level. I've gone straight ahead and he's turned right and hit down the side of the car. Now, whose fault naturally is it? Of course it's mine. However, if that van did not race off, because I think he was trying to race me, I don't know. But either way, if I'm in the middle lane and he's in the left lane, I've pulled off quite briskly. If he's still on the side of my car, by the time we've got to the end of the roundabout, he's racing. Now, I'm not saying it's his fault now, but it's one of them people. I did settle it with him. Everything is all legit. I've paid for his damage. His damage come up to £350. Now, again, I got a quote from my workplace. They wanted 750 quid to repair it. But the guy was dead nice about it. Well, the owner of the van was very nice about it. He says, look, we want to try and get it fixed as cheap as possible. You know, he was really nice. He brought the van down. You know, he gave me a little bit of time. And then we wrote a contract out basically saying that we've now settled all the damages and there's nothing else to go ahead with it. It honestly is crap. It defeats all type of motivation now. I've been driving this now with this damage for, I would say, probably a couple of weeks. And the motivation to do stuff on the car and to build it and stuff like that, it's just dropped. By the way, everybody's okay. Nobody got any injuries. Continue. When I settled down, settled the nerves, stopped shaking and stuff like that, I got in the car and not once did I ever feel like I needed to give up on this car, because what I normally do with these cars, which is a bad habit of mine, is when something goes wrong, the car stops running, it keeps getting problematic and stuff like that, I sell it, because it gets to the point where I've lost the love, the motivation to build it, and I just get rid of it. Not once have I ever thought about it with this, because we've come too far to just give it all up. Plus, I'm never going to get the money back I've spent on it. So, that's not the reason, obviously. I don't want to give up on it. So, that's where we're at, people. We've crashed the car, is what it is. If anybody has 2 Dragon Green doors for a Golf Estate, I believe the rear door is different. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So the rear door is different. Front door can come off any 5-door car, Vento, hatchback, and then a door molding. When that's put on, it will look much better than what it does now, because you've got that missing trim there, and then you can see a little bit of rust coming through. Obviously, this door is effed. There's no point fixing that, because, like I said, where that crease is, it's just on the bend. The back door I might be able to keep, because the only bit of damage, as in dent wise, is here. As you can see, there's like a small crease. Now, I don't know how the dent guys can fix that, whether they put some filler on it and smoothing it out, or whether they can actually bash that out back to standard. That will be sound, because then all we need to do really is polish that back door, get the trim put on, get a new front door. Whole side of that car is now finished, and now we're set. So that is the update, people. I'm in a much better mood than I was when I first crashed, because we've kind of had time to process it and whatever. Where am I? So with that out the way, we're going to give you a little update on what we're up to at the minute. So we've got a headliner in there at the minute. We've got a job on tomorrow. We need to do 2 headliners, but I've only managed to pick up 1. We also picked up a set of GTI rears and a set of CL rears. They both seem to be in good condition. There's no scratches. I probably polished that up. The back one on that one seems okay as well. This yeah, this is the other GTI one. We've got that one, and then the other one seems to be sound. We paid a decent deal for these. One of the CL rear lights doesn't have a bulb holder, which I'm not too fussed about, but I did get these little covers, which was quite cool. And then we also, while we was out getting another headliner, which we was supposed to get, I believe it was Tuesday, it was the wrong headliner because early Mark III's had like a vinyl style material, which doesn't come off as easy as the material stuff does. While I was there, I bought some orange indicators, which is obviously the ones at the front. These ones were stamped a little bit different. I picked up two sets. One had ZKW and a Volkswagen stamp on it, and the other one said FER, which the FERs, which are the ones what I thought was the factory ones, because the FER set was the ones that come off the estate. I've seen them on a bunch of other cars. I've not really seen the ZKW ones. So put down in the comments down below, what's that all about? I don't actually know. I'm not saying they're rare, I'm not saying that they're going to be worth a lot of money. I'm just curious why they've got two different style stamps, even though they're the same light. We haven't got much else for you. We have got some massive news for you, big news, but you're gonna have to wait a little bit for it because we're still buttoning up a few little things here and there. But best believe when we're ready with that, you'll all know about it. So if you did enjoy this video, give it a like and subscribe, and use this car as motivation. When things go wrong, we bounce back. We've took a massive L on this car, but we're going to bounce back even better. I'm not giving up on these things, and I hope you guys don't give up when you're facing big L's too, because that's not how you deal with things. And we'll see you next week for another upload. Peace!